Yo, press record. What's up? You're listening to Zero to X. My name is Daniel, and today with me, as always.
Hey guys, it's Amara.
What's up? What's up?
I'm good, man. How you doing now?
Good. Been an interesting couple of days, couple of weeks. How's your year two going?
Dude, it's been going well.
Yeah.
It has, and it's been challenging. I mean, every month and every week comes with its unique set of challenges, but It's been going well. I found that whenever my routine changes in some way, there's usually a struggle to find balance in my life again. That's the thing I was saying about
Achieving work-life balance.
yes, I achieved it this month. Next month is
Goes to shit. Goes to bloody shit.
Yeah. So how is your Q2 going?
There are a lot of really interesting things for me to navigate. All of them having their individual senses of urgency, time bound. So it almost imposes the necessity for me to perform and deliver on certain things at a schedule that I do not dictate. Do you understand? So it's like certain goals were just set for me rather than me setting them, or I accepted that they be set for me, that kind of thing. Especially like with work, things that are going on with work. But it's not something I'm not used to. It is taking its toll on me. I won't even lie. Like, I'm being asked to give a lot more than I typically give, and that's a lot coming from me because you know how I give. You know, like the amount of effort that goes into a lot of things. But yeah, I mean, it's the work, it's the life that we chose. You hear the stories of. Yeah, sometimes just want to beg who sent me.
Bro.
You know what's crazy? I haven't thought about that in a long time, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's funny enough, that's not a thought that comes up, but I imagine that for other people, like once they'd be like,
It would be.
do I really need to go this hard? But yeah, man, that's what it's been. And then there are also the things that I have set for this second year to fulfill. And unlike you, I have never achieved work-life balance. Like, no, bro. Like, I'm a clown juggling multiple things and riding a bicycle. That's exactly what I'm doing. So it's like the moment somebody throws one thing into the mix, it's like chaos a little, but like keep everything in place, and you are still riding I don't know what they call this thing.
That's a lot, man. Unicycle.
A unicycle, exactly. But yeah, that's. I think I've been used to it kind of, but my goal is that by year 3 I would be in a more. I found that it's not that these things don't become easier; we get better.
Yes,
that's it. They don't get easier; we get better because the reward for work is more work.
We said it in episode.
Exactly.
4?
Yeah, like the reward for good work is more work.
4 or 5.
Do you understand? Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, it's more about you becoming the quality of person that can handle these things in stride and make it look like light work. Do you understand? As opposed to, those things get easier. That's not what happens.
I like what you're saying.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of something I listened to with Alex this week. And guys, at some point, it might begin to feel like I'm listening to Alex every week.
Like, bro.
No, but you see, I was telling Nelson, just digress before I talk about what I listened to from Alex. I was telling Nelson, a friend of ours, if you're listening to the podcast for the first time, so Nelson's a friend of ours. I was telling Nelson that I empathize to some extent with Nigerians who have to deal with people like us who are building, not just Nigerians, but people like us in general who are listening to this podcast, who are building, but who have to be, quote and unquote, faced with the commentary from people who are not like us, people who have very, what's the word? I'm trying to look for a way to say this as calmly as possible.
As unoffensively as possible.
People who don't have the same level of...
Who aren't necessarily gunning for the same things that we're gunning for at the level that we're gunning for them.
Thank you.
Got you.
Thank you. And people who have very low standards or low expectations for what they want out of life.
Yeah, understood.
Right?
Yeah.
And so you find that you commute to work on a regular basis. You get to interact with or even if not interact, you get to overhear conversations from those kinds of people. You hear a lot of negative self-talk sometimes. Sometimes you hear a lot of talk that is just filled with things you don't want to hear. Like okay, somebody's complaining or lamenting about the situation of something or the country or something else, and naturally, if it were left to you, you would find some way to zone out. So that's why you find that maybe you're using noise cancellation earphones all through your commute. But whatever the case is, just the fact that some of our listeners or most of our listeners have to deal with this experience on a day-by-day basis. And I, on the other hand, am able to zone out and just control my environment by virtue of just listening to the podcasts, the YouTube content, or any other thing I choose to want to listen to. I have a lot of more control
100%
than those people. It's a thing I just found that I empathize with. I was telling him that, guys, you guys are trying. Like, you imagine coming back from commute, like dealing with some incredible traffic, and you're just hearing remarks about like just general negative talk.
Negativity.
You're just like, bro, like I don't want to have to hear this.
That's why, like, as much as possible, you have to very ruthlessly, unapologetically guard your environment and the things you let filter in.
Yes, exactly.
Like investing in AirPods, it's not because I couldn't get something cheaper. It's not. It's not because I couldn't get something cheaper. But like, I picked AirPods Pro because.
Noise cancellation. Cancel everybody.
Bro, I don't want to hear what you be saying, dog. Like, bro, I don't need to listen. And when I want to listen, like, bro, when I'm in a ride or I take a bus, like once I've plugged them in, the only thing is that because I just sort of have like a spatial awareness of what's going on, just because I'm naturally observant, just to be on the lookout for danger or whatever, just being observant. There is that, But aside that, the only other thing I bother about is to pay the fare for the ride or for the trip or whatever. After that, man, I'm listening to something else, reading something else, or just resting.
Exactly.
Like I'm very in control of as much as possible.
Yes.
I'm very in control of the things I let filter in because I'm not gonna let
guard your heart for out of these flows issues of life.
See, I was listening to on my way here to shoot, I was listening to James Allen's book, As a Man Thinketh. And it was like, bro, like the intentionality you have to have. Yeah, in guarding
what is going on.
What's going on here, man?
What you're allowing enter.
Guy, you have to be ruthless. You have to be you can't leave it to chance.
Very.
Especially for the level of greatness that we want to get you. You cannot leave it to chance. You can't leave the things you're letting enter, the things you're letting filter into your system that are making up your conscious or your subconscious. You can't.
Yeah.
You have to be very, like, sometimes you tell me, shut up. Bro, just shut up. Why? Nothing, just shut up.
Anyway, let me get back to my other point. So I was saying, just in line with what you were saying about how you're always finding that you are juggling multiple things at once. And I was talking about how, like, and you were saying that it doesn't get easier. We just get better. And I remember listening to something by Alex, and it was an interview.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember the interviewer's name, but it's not working right now.
No.
Anyway,
let's keep it going.
So he said in the interview, it was a long story, but I not to bore anybody with the details of the story because it's kind of irrelevant for this podcast.
Yeah.
But he said, it's important that we have a sense, I'm not paraphrasing it to a very huge degree, but it's important that we have a sense of what hard feels like and come to terms with that. That this is what hard should feel. He said, when you signed up for something, you knew that this thing was going to be hard. So
very interesting.
But the thing is, your mind had not caught up to what that hard was supposed to feel like.
What that experience is like.
Yes, exactly. So the moment you embrace the fact that this is what hard should feel like, you become at peace with it, and then
I think this is a very important quality. I would say it's a superpower. If you are used to doing hard things, or you know how to do hard things, or condition your body, condition your mind to be able to do hard things, I don't think there's anything you'll be able to do.
Yeah.
That feels very simplistic.
Yeah.
But
it is not, bro.
It's not. It's not. Because the things you wonder, there are things you might hear about that would sound very incredible to you. It's someone else's bread and butter. Every day. Every day, all day. They don't even think like it's something great they are doing. You are seeing that as incredible.
I'm telling you, some people have come to terms with this is what my life
that's my bread and butter. Like that's it.
Yeah.
That's like, bro, that's it. And it'll be interesting to get to that level, to be fair. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. And then I guess in some way I see it. I was having a call with like one of like the multiple calls I tend to have week on week or day on day, with someone who works in one of the companies I work in, one of the products I'm collaborating in, and she was like, Daniel, talking to you makes me anxious. I was like, okay, what do you mean? I really, really need you to define that, because that is a reflection of my leadership or how well I am managing you.
Yes.
And she was like, anytime I talk to you, I feel like I always have to come correct. So like, I need to know what the things I'm supposed to know. Even the things I'm not supposed to know, I need to know them to talk to. The moment I see your message on iMessage or on Slack, I'm like, what does this man want? What have I missed? What have I done? And I'm like, babe, I don't think you should dip it that much. I don't think you should dip it that much. And she was like, no, like the moment interacting with her, and see, for context, this girl's a beast too. She's a beast. Like she's good at what she does. Like came heavily recommended, started working with her, found out that like, the recommendations were true. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling working with you. Like, let's get it. And so hearing that this week I was like, bruh, get out of here, man. Like you are you. We know your doings. Do you understand? But she was still saying, bro, working with you kind of makes me want to come correct. Like I can't mess up. I can't slip up. If I do, I have Daniel to contend on. And I'm like, have I ever said or demonstrated that you are incompetent in any way, form, or shape, or like you haven't done something right? She was like, no, but I just feel like I have to come correct. Do you understand? So, in a lot of ways, it was interesting feedback for me. Interesting in the sense of you want people. I was approaching asking her.
Important.
Yeah, I was approaching asking her the question from wait, why do you feel anxious? I want you to feel empowered. Do you understand? I want you to feel empowered. So when she said, I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong? There must be something I'm doing wrong, or context I need to establish, or whatever. Yeah. But then hearing that, I was like, okay, like it's great that people understand that these are the standards that
I'm working with.
I'm at, like, bro, but this is where I'm playing. See, you are looking at me. Everybody look. Do you understand? You are looking at me. There are people I'm looking at.
I was just talking about this today, man. I don't want us to veer off on the tangent.
No. Let's go for it. For real, let's go for it.
Because in my head, it's kind of like, as human beings, it's very important that people have a sense of what they can expect in their level of output when they want to work with you.
Yeah.
Like, it's like when Daniel, assuming you got a job with Vusi Tembekwayo now, bro, you know you will come correct.
What are you saying?
You don't want to be
what are you telling me, man?
You don't want to be unfortunate.
Yeah. Bro.
So like, it's like, I just speak to high performers in general. Like, there's a level you just get to that you know, if I'm working with so and so person, I must come correct.
Yeah.
But yes, like you said, there's also the I think there's the importance of feeling like you are empowered by virtue of working with that person. So yes, it's how like they should be able to have a sense of your standards, and as well still feel empowered. But for me, it was kind of like, people must always feel that way when you
100%, 100%. Like, bro, this is what's obtainable. This is what's obtainable. Nothing more. And this thing, you know what's crazy? It's interesting. I've never had to battle with an I've arrived mentality. I'm always hungry, man. I'm always hungry. And it's not even from the point of, I want to catch up to this person so I can say I am better than this person. Bro, I'm looking for growth. That 1% or 2% better than I was yesterday. That's what I'm looking for. Something really interesting happened this week. Bro, I've been doing, like, this week was a lot. I don't even lie. It was a lot. So, like, the moment and like with the holidays that are happening, those holidays are fake. So, because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. it doesn't matter. I'm still doing the things I'm doing because if I'm not doing like my regular work commitments, I'm doing like the stuff that I'm building. So it's all is calm. It doesn't matter.
I was talking with myself about that. About this holiday does not apply to me.
Exactly, man. Like, it didn't, man. So it was not like I was thinking. So there was a deck. I gave that deck my all, bro. My all, or what I thought was my all. I sent it to my Oga. My Oga said, Daniel, before we put this in this tea, let me send it to the normal people that will review. The normal people that review did not say anything. They said, like, it's good to go. It's good to go. We now sent it to someone else. Bro, that person came back with 10 different unique pieces of feedback. 10 different things. And I was like, Jesus Christ, how did I miss this? Oh God. This is really stupid.
You missed 10 whole things.
10 different. No, you don't understand. Me, my boss's boss. Missed 10 different, bro.
Crazy, man.
Bro. And I was like, guy, there are levels.
No, there are levels.
There are levels to standards. There are levels to standards. And
it's levels.
Bro, like, and I think the way to live through this is knowing that am I doing? And I realized that so what was the feedback from me? Because I was thinking about it a lot this morning. Because like my boss texted me around midnight. I was like, Daniel, there's feedback. I was like, okay, sure, then I'll incorporate them. He just forwards the messages as I send it to him. And I was like, and I was just thinking, how or why did I miss these things? And I realized I was looking at the deck on my phone or my iPad on a small screen. I realized maybe if I looked at this on a big screen,
you would have seen those things better.
Maybe I wouldn't have missed those things because I was looking at what state of mind do I have to be in or at to be able to say, oh, there is nothing you can't correct in this deck, that the output of work is solid everywhere. Because I was like, what does that mean? Bro, it was a goal of mine that on this particular deck review, nobody's going to have anything to say. My boss is good with it. The people we sent it to were good with it. When I sent it out, now came back, 10 unique points of improvement. I was like, bruh, man, like, guy, there are levels to this, man. There are levels.
But I mean, I'm always happy for the growth. I'm always happy for the growth.
100%, man. 100%.
Bro.
100%. Like, being able to, so it just means that, so that's what we try to say about giving as much of 100% as you can per time.
Yes,
because I realized that, okay, if I really wanted to be obsessive about that particular, like that, I could have been.
Yeah.
I realized that, there could have been a lot more. I ran on a lot of assumptions with the entire, this is done. I'm just changing these things and specific things. Do you understand? I didn't do it holistically. I just reviewing, how did I miss these things? And I was like, this is the level I need to be at, to play at, for me to win. It's kind of like, maybe some people might not relate to this, but now in basketball season, it's playoff season. Playoff basketball is different from regular season basketball.
Okay.
And you will see it in the way
the hunger in their eyes.
Bro, everybody's eyes.
Everybody's hungry.
Bro, nobody sees straight. Bro, nobody. Like, playoff basketball is different, guy. It's different. And I'm like, to play at the highest level, in the 1% of the 1%, no. It's a different,
I get it.
Attention to detail you need to have.
Yeah.
See, it was one of our friends, Bernard, that mentioned this word to me. Painstaking, when you're 5. Painstaking attention. Because you can be brilliant and assume, is my work?
Yeah.
It's going, obviously, it's going to bang.
Yeah.
No, that's good work. What makes work exceptional? Painstaking attention to detail.
Yeah.
Like, you turn that, you say, leave no stone unturned. You turn all the stones, bro. Like, you look under you cross every T, dot every I, bro. Every single line. You're looking at, I read an article by Paul Graham, Y Combinator's Paul Graham. And I was like, how do you build a startup? He said, after the idea, blah, 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 look for the most obsessive people you can find. Look for that designer that will stay on that thing until every pixel is obeying what he was in his head. He has mirrored his vision articulately on every single pixel. Every pixel on that screen is cooperating with him.
How do you balance this at time?
Bro.
That's where the challenge is.
So the thing about this is, interesting question.
Yeah.
But the thing about this
because then the person wants to like perfection over execution.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So I think because of maybe how good you are part-time at that particular thing, it might be easy for you to get to a level of output that people would consider it. Because honestly, everything is relative. I think
I won't answer the questions to some extent.
What do you think the answer is? I'm intrigued to hear.
I feel like there would probably be a system in which you guys would put in place to make sure that, like, oh yeah, once this thing has passed all these checks, it's good to go.
This is good to go, 100%.
We will not wait till you are perfect. We love your obsession.
Oh no!
But the moment it comes out,
is a situation of unspoken rules. That thing you and I were talking about last week.
Yeah.
You need everybody that is working in every area of whatever it is that you're leading to be on point, to come correct. You need them to be obsessive. You are the one that needs to calm
down.
As a leader, as a CEO, as a founder. You are the one that should be calming down their obsessiveness.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But you can't have them not be obsessive. You can't.
I get that.
You need them.
Because when they are lax, it's a lot worse. It's a lot worse.
The moment you are good, you are talented, or you've just done something enough times.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was still running my digital agency, like fairly full-time, not fairly full-time, but it was, I shut it down like mid last year. When I was still running full-time, my designer then, he's one of the 2 best designers I've personally worked with. No lies, there are only 2 people in this world that I know personally that in design, I'm fine. The rest, there hasn't been a work I've taken or accepted. Only 2 designers that I know that if I send, because I have very high expectation or taste. So there was something I asked this guy to do. I asked him to, and see, this guy is talented. He has the eye and he has the hands. Do you understand? He's talented. I was like, yo, get this done for me. It took him a while to do it. Every sync in the morning, I'll be asking him, yo, where's this thing? Yo, where's this thing? Yo, where's this thing? Like, he would always give me one excuse. Obviously, like, this is a part-time job for all of us. It was a hustle for all of us, do you understand? I was just coordinating efforts. So, and then I was like, bro, we need this. This is blocking money for you. That you use and buy it for Swan or Jordan, whatever. Like, he's blocking money for you, he's blocking money for me, he's blocking money for everybody. So finally one day he decides that he does it. And he presents it. I don't see it before the meeting. He comes to the meeting, presents it. I'm like, bro, what is this shit? That's what he said. I was like, what? This is, you're like, guy, this is nonsense. Like, you were probably sleeping or high. I had the relationship context for me to be able to talk
like that
in that manner in the open. It's not as if I was just like being toxic or like, no. I was like, bruh, this isn't you, man. Like, I was like, yo, what is this? What is this? What is this? The guy was not getting very, very defensive. My brother who also worked with my digital agents was like, bro, this isn't you. It's not because Daniel is saying it. The other people on the team don't know your design. They haven't seen your work before. But I'm seeing it. At least I've seen a couple. This isn't you. The first one to see your designs is is magic. That's our first reaction. This, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 things to correct off the bats. It's not giving me that feeling of this is magic. No. I was like, oh God. He was getting very, very defensive. I was like, bro, listen, man. This isn't, like, I don't know what happened. Yeah. Take another stab at it again over the weekend. Call me when you've done it. Lo and behold, the next week, he gave us one. I was like, which water do you use to bath this morning? You understand? What did you eat? And he came, I was like, he now called me. He called me after that initial call. I was like, Daniel, I'm so sorry. I see what you are saying. I know what you are saying. I just rushed and did it. I was like, I just rushed and did it.
That's the thing I was saying about painstaking attention to detail.
Painstaking. See, So first something is, it's like what you say. I'm gonna say this in a lot. He's never comfortable letting something go out that is not the best of our ability part-time. If that isn't the best that we can produce, I'm not let it go out. That's just the truth. And I feel like it's the exact same way. We scrapped how many episodes now? Three or so.
Yes, it's 3.
Fully recorded though, edited and
Hopefully
whatnot.
we won't scrap more.
Hopefully we won't scrap more, bro. Like, just because they were like, nah. Why? Nah. I forgot the reasons we gave, but here and I just thought, nah, we can't let our people hear this.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that is what it takes to be a high performer. There is the reputation you need to build because you consistently do good work.
That's it.
That is it.
That's it.
And then like people are seeing the improvements on your work per time because after a point people get used to you.
Bro,
you need to keep people on their toes, man. Bro, we can't cuss on this podcast. You need to keep people on their toes. Like, bro, I'm leveling up.
Yeah.
Because so this is the thing about improvement. Yeah. I don't know if I figured this out myself. I heard it from someone, or it was a bit of both. But this is the idea about change or improvement. There are 3 kinds of people in the world.
Okay.
First one, people that don't improve.
Okay.
They get left behind. Because, bro,
I wish they just get left behind. They're not getting left behind. They're going backwards.
They're going back. Thank you. Left behind backwards. Relative. When you are changing or improving, you are just keeping in step.
Yes.
That's it. This is the second class of people. When you are growing, you're just keeping in step with what's going on. So there's no net improvement.
Yeah.
There's no net positive.
You're not being exponential.
Bro? You have to either be the one causing the change that everybody's catching up to, or working at a faster rate than what is obtainable right now. To stay there.
Yeah.
That is what
reminds me of something Patrick David said. I don't know that everybody will agree with it. It doesn't matter if you agree with it, but it's solid. It supports this point in a very solid way.
Yeah.
And he said, if you think about the number of working hours you have in a work week, how many hours are those on average? 40.
40, yeah.
Yes, 40 hours in a work week.
Elon Musk is 80.
Relax. Let's talk about normal people. Let's talk about normal people that are trying to outperform.
I don't know what Elon is doing, but
okay. So 40 hours in a work week, right? If you choose to work on Saturdays, that would mean that you have added, that's an extra what? 48 hours. I guess an extra 8 hours, right? To your work week. It doesn't seem like much in the now. But 8 hours multiplied.
Bro.
How many working days are there in a year? 207 something? I can't remember. Let's call it.
Imagine there are 40 working weeks in a year. That means you have 40 extra Saturdays of 8 hours.
So you've done 320 hours. 8 times 4 is 32. Yes. So you've done 320 extra hours. With that 320 extra hours, how many hours are in a year?
Bro.
That's 24 hours times
working hours.
Basically, yes, working hours. How many working hours are in a year?
40 times 52, essentially. 40 hours a week, 52 hours, 52 weeks in a year. Do you get?
Is it 52?
40 hours a week. Get 52 weeks in a year now.
No, but we're not working for 52 weeks.
No, so imagine I'm working for 50 weeks. How many is vacation? How many is vacation?
Okay, so let's assume we're working for 50 weeks.
Yeah.
So 50 times, that's 2,000 hours.
2,000 hours, yeah.
That's 2,000 hours. With
an additional 320.
With an additional 320. After 1, 2, I'm trying to count how many in 5 years you would have outworked the average person by 1 extra year.
Bro, and see,
it was just one extra 5 years, but
like 5, 6.
5, 6 years.
See, bro, you know what's crazy? It compounds.
Dude!
It compounds. So I'm pretty sure you would have outworked that person by more than
a year. In 10 years, you would have outworked the person by more than 2 years.
Bro.
You
should have compounded.
And if you're really doing meaningful work that has direct impact on your work,
God, that's
like corner, bro.
That's
this does not mean that I am applying this in my life.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
But hearing that and seeing how like that ties in so perfectly with what you've just said about the
kinds of people, the person causing the change or working at exactly.
Exactly.
So Bro. Like, this is what greatness and being a high performer demands.
Bro.
This is it, man.
Bro. I heard that thing and I was like, Amara, you gotta find a way to keep pushing. Man.
Guys, I think it's very important for us to say this. I know we've probably said it in some way, form, or shape in the past, but we are as instructed and as inspired as we hope you guys are by listening to these talks ourselves. Even having it, you can probably feel the energy.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, bruh, what deal? Daniel, what are you doing? I can never have an arrive mentality. Like, which arrive? Where
is the arrival?
Where is the arrival? Is it Mohamed? Is it JFK? Where is the arrival? You have not done anything.
Oh, Lord.
Like, there is a lot, and I'm happy that we get to explore this with the community of people that are thinking the same way or on the way to thinking the same way.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, guys. So we hope that this talk inspires you guys to want to be the best version of yourselves, giving outputs that you know is worthy of your name. Like, you will not be embarrassed that, they said, Daniel did nah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
That
So,
makes a
guys,
lot of sense.
yes, that's about it. That's about it.
Guys, one of those episodes again that we didn't plan to go.
Bro, this was no. You'll probably hear what should have been in this episode in the next episode.
Yeah.
But as always, we hope this helps. Share it with a friend or four. Our community is growing. We crossed 300 listeners, bro.
Yeah.
It was such a powerful moment for us.
It was.
So guys, there is an exit in your front, and thank you guys for every minute
you have tuned in.
That's what makes this all worth it. All right, guys. As always,
we'll be seeing you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Cheers, guys.